the more people whose fundamental needs aren't met by a system, they become more desperately willing to act against the system. And so when you start having massive unemployment, that's a very unstable situation for the overall system, and that's going to express itself somehow. And no one really has the ability to process any of this well, nor is the reporting oriented to try to process it in an adequate way, which is actually a really hard thing to do. There's a much higher incentive to control a narrative for particular purposes. And so for the most part, people have kind of traded epistemology for tribalism, meaning given up on trying to do a rigorous job of making sense of things themselves. Like take a narrative, take a QAnon narrative, take a Antifa narrative, break it into individual propositions, and then look at each of those propositions. What evidence do I have to verify it or falsify it? Maybe neither. Do I have any evidence that would at least support or refute it? Do other people interpret that evidence differently? Go across the whole thing, then look at alternate hypotheses. Nobody does that, right? Like very, very few people use formal epistemic process. So what they're really doing is paying attention to what feels true, which largely has to do with what people like me kind of seem to think and which team I kind of want to be on and what I'm getting exposed to the most.